Hello, welcome back to another PaintTwins stream today. Hope everyone's doing well. Wait, is there like a line at the bottom of the thing? Let me take it out. Oh, what happened to the thing? What? Yeah, alright. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the redeems. I really needed it. Okay, there we go. The stuff is back. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Yeah. Back to work and school from tomorrow onwards. Winding down. That's good. That's good. Hope you're having a lot of rest. Alright. So today is technically the last day of the month, which means that it's the last day to do the, 15 minutes times 4 drawings. To be honest, I have been struggling with this, what do we call it? Like, activity. Yeah, pretty much. I haven't really been able to keep to the 15 minutes, which is sort of saying something. Yeah. It might just be because of my time management issues and stuff. The drawings themselves that I do, I'm not unhappy with them. It's just the time thing, like you kind of plan to have an hour stream, but then it turns out to be 2 hours and a half and stuff, It's okay until you realize you do it like every day. and then it, yeah, there's a lot of other commitments as well. I don't know. I'm just saying that in one way, I'm kind of glad that things are changing a little bit. I hope that I won't feel so burnt out, from here onwards. Exercise, activity, practice. Yeah, thank you, alright. It kind of feels like it's gone fast. Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah. I have been sick. I have been sick for a little while though, so it does feel like the week or so has flown by a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, it is getting into December already, so that's actually kind of pretty surprising. I've actually been in Japan since July, so even though it feels like I just came to Japan, it's already been, what, 5 months already? I think it's almost completing 5 months already, which is scarily fast. Yeah. You'd think that 1 year's gonna be like a long time or something, but 5 months, 6 months goes in the blink of an eye. Yeah. You're like, wait, have I done much these past several months? Have I? Yeah, it's been fast, lol. Yeah, so fast. That's why we have to keep making sure that we do things, otherwise we'll be like, where did the time go? It so easily slips away from us, guys. So, congratulate yourself whenever you feel like, I've been productive, when you're enjoying yourself, especially. I guess that is true, like lots of new things, lots of fun things. Yeah, a lot more flexible time. Yeah, time management and stuff. But then again, like when you work day by day, time kind of goes pretty fast as well, because it's like, I do notice like when I work and stuff, it's like you kind of wait for the weekend, so it's like 1 week goes by like in a snap as well. So I don't know. I think it goes both ways. When it's fun and when it's sort of like, when the days are unchanging, it kind of feels fast too. I guess, yeah. But without further ado, I think I'll start the first picture again. Yeah. I kind of hope I don't take so long again, but you know, you never know with me. Alright, let's just start. Alright, 15. And I feel like the picture's not gonna show up on stream again, so I'm gonna... Did it show up? It did show up. Ah, okay. Alright. I don't know, drawing with the time limit is pretty hard. Especially when I'm just not that good at it. The picture looks so bare. I might have more than one picture on the same page. Maybe. There's also that fear that it's like, is my will the drawing skill just like, you know, sometimes there is a worry. It's like, do you just wake up and does your drawing skill just like disappear? So it's like, yesterday I thought I drew okay. I thought I knew this and this and this, and then you're like, am I gonna forget it all? I don't know. I feel like that's a true fear. It's okay, it's showing up today. Thank you, Aura. Thank you. And I'm starting off really light. Because it's the last day of the month, I might talk about stuff a little bit after, you know, after we finish the drawings, but things might still change because I'm still discussing with Neon about, you know, what we can do. But like, you guys might have noticed that sometimes we keep changing like the content that we do, you know, like mahjong, art, and things like that. The thing is, it's like, it's hard to kind of tell what works and what doesn't, like what you want to do, what you're good at, you know, what people like to see and stuff. And like sometimes the only way to really know whether it's worth it to keep doing something is whether, you know, like you gotta just try it out first, right? But then it's not like just because certain streams aren't quite as popular or don't quite draw in, you know, returning and new viewers, it doesn't mean that it's not worth doing, right? So we're weighing up more than one thing, and like Neon and I have meetings and stuff because sometimes you need kind of like new ideas as well. But Saki, hello, Stinky. Content creation is the experimentation, yeah. If I did ever draw anything, the proportion stood out a lot the next day, yeah. It's like sort of like one day to the next day. Yeah, so thank you, thank you guys for being kind of like patient and understanding and letting us experiment a bit and stuff. But we promise that we're doing it so that, eventually we can make more interesting content. Yeah. For the stream, We're not intending to give up or anything. But just sometimes chopping and changing and stuff, Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just be quite quick with mapping this out, I think. Okay. A little bit bent, so and hip is here. It's also super fun to try something fresh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks, Aura. True, it kind of like, changes things up a bit. Change of pace, When you feel like, like I'm going in and doing the same thing each day, I feel like I want to do this next, and then you can, right? And then people watching would be like, they're trying something new, that's nice, Keeps things interesting as well, and keeps the motivation up, for streaming. That's pretty important. Sometimes doing something, like working on something continuously, for a long time, I feel like it does take quite a bit of perseverance, because, there was a time when I feel like, there's like certain ages where you feel like you just couldn't keep up something, It was hard to do something for longer than, say, half a month, 2 weeks, and then you're halfway through a project or something, and then you just, won't continue it anymore. Just stop, and then you're left with multiple work in progress and stuff. Yeah. I'm still trying to make the 15 minutes, but it's gonna be hard. This is Blue Lock again, but it's like another promotional outfit. I'm taking some artistic liberties because I think it helps loosen it up a bit as well. But I shouldn't put too much detail into it. That's when I severely run out of time. I think I will end up running out of time, but I don't want to take so long. Always taking way longer than I need to. Keeping it to sketch quality first instead of line art. I know, right? I know, right? Yeah. That is important. I feel like it's sort of the fact that even way back, my sketching was kind of like this. Like, I think I didn't really have like a messy sketch, or when I did, it like, I don't know, this exercise, it kind of helps work through some of the face layers a little bit more. Like, you know, you get to practice on the really sketchy line work. But my lines were always like kind of, they were like, I was never fast at doing like the messy sketch. I remember even when I was doing the messy sketch, it still took a long time because I kept going over it. It's like, you're not meant to go over it so much. So believe it or not, drawing it like what I'm actually the lines I'm actually doing at the moment is sort of the sketchiest I can that I can handle at the moment. Yeah, that looks weird. Okay. I ran out of time, didn't I? 20 seconds. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why can I not backspace here? Okay. Dun. Can I draw the shoes properly? I still kind of have trouble drawing shoes. But they're like the kind of chunky type. Should be right. Something like that. The knees about here, and then and then heck, the first 15 minutes flew by. It did. That means that I have to finish up. Yeah. I know, right? It flew by, right? Time goes by quickly, guys. We blink, and then, you know, that 15 minutes, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year. It'll all feel like the blink of an eye. Yeah. Okay, nearly. What the fuck? Nose and sometimes characters have certain ways for you to draw their eyes. If you remember the certain ways, then it kind of looks like them. And hair as well, I feel. Wait. Okay. Nice. Okay. I think I'll stop there for this one. 1 of 4. Nice, thank you. Thanks, Laura. Yeah, I'm still doing the thing where I'm drawing the, you know, the topmost line with the sketch lines. I found like it's a bit faster. The sketch lines can sort of compensate a little bit for, you know, for the top line. Like if it's not there, or you know, or just to get the sense of the body a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is, because he's like super bare, just being on the one page like that, I'll put him to the side. There you go. Can we still see that? Kind of, yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Wait, let's see if that works. Wait. Working. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Alright, another 15 starts now. Right, I'm gonna do it in relative to this one. Okay. Still don't know like exactly whether I'm doing the undersketching right, but you know, all I do know is that it is improving from when we started. So you know, at least it's gotten closer. But then when like like when you do something and then you feel like, no, I can't get the perspective right and stuff, it kind of bums you out a little bit because you're like, I thought I improved the undersketching to the point where I can handle this perspective. But then no, it's still kind of tricked you out, yeah. It kind of bums you out a little bit. That's a little bit curved there, okay. 11 minutes, okay. Let me start with the neck. So, the neck and the shoulders, right? Like, if there's one thing you want to avoid, it's that your neck does not align to the two shoulders. So, if you can check one thing, it's to check that the neck is sort of like, nicely in the middle. Just anatomically, that seems to be the case for many people. I'll come back to the fingers. Sketch. It's not quite right. Hmm. Will this body be on the wrong perspective? Let's see. What? Wait, maybe it... What? How the heck? How the heck? .7 minutes. Upper body perspective is kind of tricky. The lean is so nice. Thank you. It's supposed to be more leaned. Supposed to be more leaned. I should be going crazier with it. Yeah. God, how do you get the lean to be nice? And sometimes it ends up being too many lines because it's hard, man. Without it going out of shape. Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter if it's that different. Tricky. Tricky. As long as you don't get really stuck, you draw faster. I got stuck. I'm getting stuck. So I can tell that I'm gonna take a while. Yeah. The shoulders. The shoulders. So I said something about like the neck. Not quite right. If you want the shoulders to lean forward, you gotta move the neck area as well. Interesting. Studying. This a little bit curved. Sometimes arm curves can make it look a bit nicer. And stuff, yeah. Let's redraw this one. Yeah, wait. I think that's sort of the best I can do for now. I think. Can I? Okay. All right. And I've only gone to here. No. Back to another work week on Monday. Hopefully everyone's week, won't be too tiring. Hopefully. sometimes it's good to have things going on, you know, but Monday, I know, right? Start of a new week again. Ooh, wait. Do you like being busy, Aura, or do you prefer to have, like, you know, a more relaxing week? I'm the type who, like, you know, if I don't have any, like, if I have a lot of spare time, there's always things that I could be doing. So I prefer having, you know, not such a full schedule kind of thing. Yeah. I like having, you know, I like having more flexible time that I can use on a lot of things. I'm more that kind of person, maybe. Yeah. I'm healthier when I'm busy, but burnout had held on to me for a couple years. I see. Yeah. It's like when you're busy, it can help you, you know, like, I don't know, make you feel like you need to get organized, and then you do, and then you end up, yeah, like sorting out your health and everything as well. I agree. Like Neon mentioned that when they came to Japan the first time, you know, like coming to Japan by yourself, there is a lot to, you know, get set up, like, you know, with like apartments and getting used to all the new bills and, you know, and even work and stuff. But yeah, Neon was saying that at the time, you know, Neon was organized, you know, even doing, you know, exercise and stuff regularly, and, you know, like keeping fit at the same time, on top of like everything else, eating well. You know. Neon did kind of get sick often, but that's sort of beside the point. Yeah. But you know, like sometimes when you feel like, oh, I have time, and then you start, I don't know, like sometimes playing like a really, you know, a game that demands a lot of your time and stuff. You think that you have more time for leisure, right? But then in the end, like a lot of other things are, you know, you kind of like, you know, lose that momentum, and then you end up being quite lax with things, you know. Did you end up using Neon's address for all the initial setup? I did, yeah. For me, when I started, yeah. I've heard needing an address is a really important thing to get started. I think it is, yes. I needed to, when we came to Japan, you need to register your address pretty much straight away within, you know, the first couple of days. So it's like they need to know your Japanese address, you know. And I think that's for things like bills and, I don't know, maybe mobile phone, to get a phone number and things like that as well. And since I came here to live with Neon, I didn't have to sort out a place before I did all that, so very grateful. Otherwise, I would have had to be quite a process. Like, the thing about Australia and stuff as well, is that they kind of utilize technology. But in Japan, sometimes they kind of don't. Like, things are still, you know, lots of paperwork, using stamps and stuff, and like, yeah, you know, the documents can't really be translated easily and stuff. I don't know. Just some things are fairly traditional, I'd say. I understand it's funny, but it's okay. But, yeah. Let's hurry. Because I'm taking too long again. So I've gotta hurry. There's still 2 more pictures to draw. I got a bit of homework to do after this too. So. The shoes in the original picture are really cool. I like looking at the shoes, but can I draw them? Not really, but it's okay. We'll just draw something that, you know, vaguely resembles that of a shoe, and then we move on. There's one extra thing got to his pants. I'm gonna see if I can draw quickly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I think I can move on. Kind of. Yeah. Oh, where's the ball? Oh, there's no ball in this one. Okay. Nice. 2, 4. We ain't got time for that. I know. Baby. Very nice. Okay. I took ages. Damn it. Oh, wait. Alright. And then I'm on this layer. Okay. I had a picture. But it's hard. So I'm kind of rethinking my life. Oh gosh. Do I draw this? Fine, I'll draw it. Okay. It's such a cool picture though. Such a cool picture, but I'm rethinking my life drawing it. Damn. Okay. Let me get some water. Don't think, just draw. Alright, we'll do another 15. Hmm. It's really light, but yeah. It's just sketching. Don't think. Don't think, just do. Look really bad, really easily. Wow. It's practice. It's just practice. Okay. Right. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oops. Whoa. You gotta make the picture kind of look good on its own. So I gotta not like. I gotta, you know, not to stick too close to the original. Okay. Wait, so this. But how to not make it weird is to logic through it as well. Yeah. How do you... That doesn't look right. How long do I have? 8 minutes. That would be cool though. Hello Phyllis, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome, welcome. Happy last day of the month. Hope you've been well. Hi bro. Hi bro. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's like nearly the end of Sunday already. Yeah. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. But these pictures are hard. It doesn't look right. Man, the picture's so cool, but it doesn't look right. I think. Koto, I'm well, just getting ready for the day. This is just the start of Sunday for me. Yeah. It's morning, right? Hopefully you've got a lot of cool stuff planned. I'm not really happy about the sketch. Maybe I'll do another one on top of it. Damn it. Damn it. Ah. Hard. I know I've nearly taken friggin'... I know I've nearly taken friggin' 15 minutes, but... I think I need to restart this. Okay. Sorry, picture. It's hard. Crazy how tomorrow will be December. I'm not ready for another birthday. Yeah, just got church planned. Mind if I restart the timer? May I restart the timer? Thank you. But I do have homework to do after this, so I'm gonna draw something right there. Oh, why is it so hard? Akamura, hello! Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well. Got this, Koto. Thank you. Akamura, doing well. How are you? I'm doing pretty well, thanks. Hope you're having a good weekend. It's the last day to do this, you know, the 4 drawings. As you guys have probably noticed, I've been struggling with it all month. So I've been struggling to keep to 1 hour streams as well. Streaming for longer than an hour is not bad until, you know, you do it every day and you kind of needed the time to do other commitments like study. But no doom and gloom. I'm just a little bit excited to be more what's it called? In control of time eventually. Maybe, who knows? Ah. But if I slack off on this, then the oversketch isn't gonna look nice. So guys, hopefully everyone's been well. It's been an interesting week last week. I've been sick, so I haven't really gone to classes all of last week. And then I went on Friday, but it was, instead of classes, it was like this weird, like, school sports day, which is fun. We didn't like, you know, each individual person didn't do too much, but we cheered on our group, and yeah, in the end my group was like the loudest, and we won as well, which was nice. But yeah, it was fun. It felt like being in high school again. It's been a long time, but it's sort of like high school, and you know, you actually kind of like, you know, had fun doing it. The body looks so weird. I feel like the body is like just something too long. thing about drawing from reference as well is that, like, it doesn't particularly mean that you can draw that well, you know, without reference, but it does help you learn from, you know, how other pictures do things, you know, in order to kind of accurately draw from reference as well. You kind of, you know, need to understand, you know, how that end product came about, which I mean is like, you know, know how to get the perspective that they're doing, or know how to draw that pose as dynamically as they've drawn it or something, you know. When they draw a shirt with, you know, with folds and things like that, you can kind of, it's good to practice imagining, like, you know, the body underneath. How did it, you know, make those folds and stuff. Am I out of time again? 5 minutes. I'm about to be. Gonna be a really long stream again, guys. Plum, hello. Hope you're well today. Hope you're well. It's been a while. Hope you've been good. I really want to draw this well, but hello, hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. Just making some lunch, that's good. So hard. Because I don't think I can draw it like the original does. Making some pasta with tuna sauce. Whoa! That sounds so good! Enjoy! Lunchtime there. Interesting. I have no idea if this is gonna work. And I know you guys might be thinking, what the hell is Koto worried about? But I can see the original picture, okay? So I can see how different it is. And I know I should just let it go and draw whatever, even if it's like a couple of scribbles. You know, that'll get the job done. But unfortunately, the sort of like, you know, I don't know if I'm like OCD. I think I am OCD, but it's sort of like, it doesn't need to be perfect. Kind of, it's hard. It doesn't really, it's not really how I work. Not really how I jam. But the fact that, like, you know, I take a lot of time to try to make it look good, but it still doesn't look good. This is not entertaining. Lack of skill. Make it in... Okay. Stop. Stop with the doom and gloom. I'm sorry. Sorry guys, I'm focusing, but what do I say? Next week on Sunday, I've got like Neon and I have a language exam, a pretty darn important one. So we're trying to study for it. And apparently it's like, you know, if you fail it or anything, the next one's in 6 months, so you don't want to fail it. Yeah. You can take it every 6 months, pretty much. Yeah, and it's important as in like, it's sort of one that is the most kind of well known for you know, Japanese language proficiency. So it's a one that, like, you know, the government uses for issuing visas and like, you know, for visa requirements and stuff too. So it's a pretty important one. So we do want to pass it. Like, we really want to pass it. But I think I had the practice exam a little while back. It's not easy. It's not easy. At least the general idea is clear. Hope that goes well. Thank you. Do you feel confident or gotta cram more? I gotta cram. Because it's like a lot of vocabulary and stuff. I think there's a lot that I don't know. I have to cram it somehow. Like, there's some parts that I have done more practice than others, you know. The different parts are things like... different parts are things like, you know, vocabulary, kanji, you know, kanji, vocabulary, grammar, listening, reading. The listening is, to be honest, pretty easy, and I've been practicing a lot of grammar, but the vocabulary and reading and kanji part, they're ones that, yeah, needs more work. And I know it's like, it's pretty close to time already, but I see, you better be prepared. Yeah, so true. So true. Gotta be prepared. Let me just draw the last one first. $15-minute timer. It really depends on the picture. Sometimes it's hard. What? What? I think my sketching skills are going out the window. Or maybe it's just a really weird, you know, perspective thing. Your perspectives can be weird, yeah. the difficulty, you know. Some mangakas, you know, some artists they're really good at drawing. And then they challenge really kind of tricky perspectives. They do. Supposed to look forward. Look off a bit. Drawing is so weird because sometimes I feel like, no, like I don't want to be a downer and say like I can't do it, you know, all the time. That'll really annoy you guys. But I was just thinking, like, you know when people play a game, right? Like obviously, like if you don't, if it doesn't work out, you try again, right? But sometimes there comes a point where it's like there's no point trying, just, you know, move on. I feel like in art sometimes it's better to keep trying. But I guess it's different. It's different because it's like even if you keep trying, you might come back and then look at your attempt later on and then you might still feel cringy about it. But that cringiness is not a bad thing. It means that, you know, you can see that you got better. Yeah, rambling. Rambling is fun, but I can't seem to coherently ramble like other people can. So you'll have to stick to my incoherent rambles. That's when you know that Koto's going insane. Or was I already insane? Who knows? When characters' legs are so long, I can't tell if it's too long or whether it's just long. LOL. Yeah. Well, it's a reward for you guys sticking it out and listening to me for so long. Thank you. Have some rambles. Going insane is such a mood though. I know, seriously, I feel like I am just going insane for enjoying this. No, like when you... Okay, I'm sorry, but if you feel like I can't draw this, and then you're like, and then you tell yourself, are you gonna give up? Seriously, you're gonna give up even though your stream is like 2 hours and I don't know how long, but even though your stream is 2 hours long, you know, even though you're feeling a little bit tired, you know? Even though you don't know when you'll ever be able to complete this piece. Wait, what was I talking about? Anyway, you know, it's like, are you really gonna give up right now? Are you serious? You know, like you end up talking to yourself. Like, you're like, dude, no, but seriously, like, I can't just say, oh, this picture's actually too hard, guys. Hee 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 haha. I'm just gonna, you know, not draw it. And then you guys would just be like, just draw anything, you know, and you would be 100% correct. But like, you know, some things you just shouldn't kind of give up easily, you know? And I swear I had something else to say, but my brain isn't really working, so we'll save that for when my thinking comes back. Characters' hairs are like, they're short, their hair is short, which is pretty nice. So you don't draw the strands too big. Okay. Who needs thinking anyway? Yeah, exactly. Thinking is overrated. It is. Think he's overrated. Think he's overrated. Yeah. He says you need thinking, especially on stream. What? Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. It's sort of like, you know, it's the last stream. Thanks, Akamura. It kind of helped me think a bit. Ironically. Yeah, Laura says yeah. But yeah, it's sort of like the last, you know, the last stream for the theme as well. So I was like, seriously, last drawings, and you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna finish it properly. You're just gonna give up. You're just gonna stop at 3 instead of 4 pictures and stuff, you know. What? You know, I don't know. You tell yourself stuff like that. Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys are so supportive. Thank you for helping me through these hard times. But yeah. But seriously, I feel like drawing is also like mahjong or any other sort of game or activity that needs thinking. Your results do tend to work out better if you know, if you draw when you're like well rested, feeling happy, you know, feeling healthy, feeling happy and stuff. You do draw better, especially if you're doing like a drawing study and stuff. But just, I think it's just any drawing really. It's like with mahjong, you know, mahjong, the game where you like have to verse other people as well, right? If you are, you know, in the right state of mind, well rested, not stressed and stuff, you end up playing and you pick up on, you know, you pick up on things more. You're more like, hey, where's the Dora? You know, where's the Dora? I can't see Dora here. You know? Like, I think the Dora is in, you know, probably that person's hand. That means that if they reach you, it's pretty dangerous and stuff, you know? Or, like I had today, sometimes it's like, this green dragon looks sus, you know? Like, I feel like if I drop it now, I'm gonna get runned. And sometimes, actually oftentimes, if you feel it, if you feel like it's sus, it probably is. And to be honest, that green dragon I dropped and I actually got run from it. So, don't do what I did. But yeah. Like sometimes it doesn't, you know, it doesn't deal in and stuff. But, sometimes if you think that it's weird that something hasn't really, you know, it hasn't shown up as expected, then that's often actual. It means something. It means something. It might not mean exactly the same thing that you predicted, but it means something. Like someone might already, you know. Yeah, it usually means someone's holding it in their hand and stuff, you know. Yeah. Alright, he's going like more like a running. Okay, might as well draw in some effect stuff, otherwise it's not gonna look anything like the original and how cool it is. But after that, I think we'll stop there after that. Mm. Let's see. How do I do this? And I probably should say that since we're starting, you know, like a new month and stuff, in terms of the drawing, it's expected to change, right? Neon and I, in terms of our streams in general, we're discussing whether, you know, for lots of reasons, for like, you know, making interesting content for you guys, and also content, you know, that might be a little bit more welcoming to new viewers, things like that, and also content that like we find comfortable making as well. I feel like it might change a little bit. We will post what happens and stuff on Discord. In terms of drawing, I don't know if I'm going to take a break for next month or not. Like, it just because it's like in terms of drawing, I don't actually want to stop drawing. Like, I love doing drawing, but the daily streams for next month, we might be a little bit too busy to do, so I don't know if we're going to, you know, just put it on pause first and then recollect or not. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but instead there might be like other stream content. I don't know, other stream content that we don't have to do exactly daily if we don't have time, potentially. As long as you're comfortable with your contact. Thank you, Akumuro. Thank you so much. But we're not gonna leave you guys in the dark, and we're not, you know, we're not going anywhere and stuff. But yeah, I do want the streams to be interesting for you guys as well. I know, like, I'm not the best communicator, and to be honest, I'm kind of a doom and gloom. Like, you know, you gotta admit, like, I'm pretty gloomy at times. I get in my own head and stuff. So I don't know if, you know, these sort of drawing streams are like the most effective way to make a fun stream for you guys. But that's why, you know, we want to think about it. We want to think about, and like, what sort of streams Neon wants to do as well when Neon gets back into streaming. You know, for now, like, I think one of my main goals is just so that I wanna go back to being able to stream 1 hour streams when I want to again, you know. Like, if I wanted to end it at an hour, I can, kind of thing, you know. Unfortunately, adult life, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really wait for you. There's always stuff that we need to do, and people who are, you know, effective in managing their time, kind of, they do pretty much win at life. Yeah, I'm the type that kind of, like, whenever I do something and I lose track of time, I always want to do it properly. So yeah, even at the expense of doing things that take a lot longer than other people do. I tend to always choose to do it properly. As properly as I can anyway, you know. But at the same time, you know, that means that we have to neglect the time that could have been spent on other things that are a priority as well. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So I've spoken a lot of things, but pretty much that new schedule may change for December. We will post updates on Discord. Yeah. We won't keep you guys in the dark. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of draw this aura. Blue lock characters have a lot of aura. Nuts, yeah. Did you know, like, apparently they decided the character colors for the different Blue Lock characters so that they're more memorable. So they decided that from when they made the characters already. I don't think a lot of animes tend to do that straight away, especially for like a shonen kind of, you know, shonen manga. You'd see that more on like, you know, like boy band stuff. but in a way, like visually, like when they have, you know, their character aura and stuff, you can see it. Like they all have their like distinctive color. The weird thing about the main character, Isagi, though, is that his character color is it's like a lime green, like a green kind of color, which is a little bit weird because he has no green on his design. His design's actually blue, so you know, like blue for Blue Lock. But is his character color blue? No. Is anyone's character color blue? Not really. So it's weird. The Blue Lock decided to gatekeep the color blue from their main character, which we found kind of funny. So in promotional stuff, I feel like Isagi, the main character, kind of gets the short end of the stick. Which is pretty funny. Yeah, true. I mean, it's distinctive. I don't know. I'm curious as why they went with green. But in terms of merchandise and things like that, it looks nice. It looks really fresh. Wait, what's this line here? Ah. Okay, I think I might have to stop there. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for watching today. And happy last day of the month. We're into the last month of the year, guys. Which is pretty crazy. December. That means that we're basically counting down to Christmas and New Year's. So let's try not to fall off our seats, guys, because the year's going by a little bit too quickly, you know. We'll have to start making like New Year's resolutions and everything again. Jeez. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Akumuro. Thank you so much for being here and cheering me on and keeping me company as well. Yes. Thank you, everyone who's here, you know, who's here for the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone. But yeah, let's look forward to December. But also, we gotta do things, guys. Otherwise, December will come around and go around really quickly as well. Yeah. I think in my brain, it hasn't registered that it's December. I think my brain doesn't believe that November has ended. I think it's still probably like early November. Yeah, I always enjoy being here when I have the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always great having you. Yeah. Thank you as always, but I will head out for now. And hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Hope you have a great, a great Sunday, great rest of your weekend. And see you next time. Take care guys.